Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I'm starting a wee series of packaging boxes that I have to make for a lovely event I've been invited to over Christmas. Well, it's just before Christmas. So apparently in this event you have to bring wee gifts for the 7 days that you go. So I'm starting to make them now because I've to make them for 2 people. So this is the first wee one, and it is actually a box to hold a lovely candle. So I'm not going to open it because I want to surprise you with the inside. I'll just work on it as we go along. This will fit nicely inside in some wee encasement. So I don't want to open it up and not get it back together again. The next one I'm doing, this one I've stamped Mal. The next one is going to be 4 letters. So I'm hoping it fits in from it. Otherwise it'll be overlapping. I can't shorten her name to anything else. So we'll get on with it. The paper that I'm using is called Pretty Prints, and it's really nice. I'm going with this lovely dark colour. It suits the purpose for what I'm making this for. I'm going to be using this lovely stamp-based label punch, which comes with the alpha-based stamp set, which I treated myself to recently. It's lovely. I like it. It's really good the way it can stamp out the individual letters. And I love to add the person's name to anything I'm making, so this suits me down to the ground. So I'll show you how I use that. And we're going with a Blackberry Bliss ink as it matches everything I'm using. So you'll need that punch, and you'll also need a 1.5 inch punch. And for your actual paper, you're going to need a piece that measures 7 inches by 8.5. And we're just going to do a bit of scoring to start us off. So start with your 7 inch side. Just a bounce, a bit rocky here. And I'm using the fat end of my embossing tool, and I want to score it at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 4.5, and 6.5. Then spin it round, and we're not going to do the 1/2 inch this time. We're just going to go straight in to 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And that's all your scoring done. And then we just have a lot of it to cut away. So I'm going to mark it with a pencil, if I can find my pencil. Here it is. So we're going to start, we're keeping this the centerpiece, and we'll need to add some wee bits. So I'm just going to draw those at either side, and that reminds me where to cut. Everything else is getting cut away. This one we're going to keep right out, so we'll just be cutting a wee snip off both sides. We're going to need all of that. Move on down to this one. Again, we just need the center and the wee flaps, so we can attach everything up. And then down here, we don't need anything there, but we do need the end. So pretty basic cutting out. So I'm just going to follow along, and I'll show you this as soon as I have it cut. So just mark your spaces that you need. You need all of this one. You're just cutting 2 wee bars inside this, and a few flaps inside here, and a few flaps, and no flaps, and just an end flap. Okay, so that's that cut out, and that's how it should look. Your 1, 3, 1, 1, and your flaps. Now with your leftovers, I meant to say to you before, I hope you have kept them. You'll find that there's 2 pieces that have the corner markings on them. So what I want you to do is just cut these, cut the wastage away that you don't need, but keep the score lines here. Cut into one, and that is going to be your joining flap to hold those together. So you can just trim those wee bits off. Keep that one, and do the same to this one. It has the corner as well. And this is going to be the holder for your candle. These candles were out of B&M, and I think I got 3 for £2 or something. They're nice wee candles. So do the same again. Cut one of the flaps so you can use that as a holder, and just cut away part of it. And that's what you need out of that. And we'll just do this one when I have you here. So in order to line this up so that we have basically a good wee turn, I'm going to trim that down actually a wee tiny bit. I don't want to see the line as this is fitting inside the box. And what you want to do is glue one to the other. So put glue in the central square, not on your flaps. And just line that up. I've used the opposite side here, but it doesn't really matter. And that gives you a nice wee package. In fact, I just will go the other way. Pull those wee flaps in. And before you stick the corners together, you can give it a slight wee trim if you think anywhere's too bulky. And then get your 1.5 inch punch, circle punch. If you haven't got a circle punch, I know they don't sell these anymore, but before you do that, pencil mark it so that you're getting it in the center, which is important enough. Just go around it with your pencil. I punched this out of a wee bit of scrap paper. So that'll be your guide. Slide your punch in, punch that out. Just need to make sure it lined up. And it's punching through the 2 layers, which gives it a good firm hold, and that should hold your candle. So now you can join up these wee ones here. You've only got 2 flaps, but that's okay. It'll just to give it a wee bit of stability. That's all you need. So just join those up. And that gives you that wee thing, which your candle should fit into nicely. Just make sure you push any lumps and bumps down. And that just holds it nice and sturdy, so it's not going to be rattling about in your box. So we'll leave that to the side. We're going to do our wee folds here. I'm not even going to fully crease this because it is just paper. It should be okay just going over. It is lovely paper. It's good and firm too, so it works out well for a wee box. So I think I've them all done, haven't I? This is going to come together like so, and then this is going to close down. I'm actually putting it on the outside so they know that's the front, and that's your wee box more or less made. So we're just going to glue everything together, but I want to add this too in here. So you need to put a bit of glue around here. In fact, I'm going to start with this flap here, right? So add a bit of glue. Set that down, and we're going to push this up against it. And just make sure, bring your 2 sides up, even though there's no glue, just to make sure that it's sitting nice and firm where you want it to be. And you can see that's stuck nicely. Now, we're going to be sticking these 2 together, so you need glue along here, and then this all goes here. So do that. So just make sure everything's squaring up for you. I know you can't see it very well, but you'll see the finished bit. Just keep at it until you're happy with making sure it's all nice and neat along there. and you can see it's all taking shape there. So we want to do the same with this side. So what you need to do is, actually I want to get this one in before that closes on it. I forgot about it. Front section. It's a sort of a quick job, this one. You really have to go quick as you're moving along because all the sides are going up together really. You can see that is looking nice. Nice and neat and all one piece and all one paper. So, same again, we'll go in this side, and our wee box underneath. Two flaps. This one. Keep those nice and close together so this all comes up. Oops, nice and neat. Just double check everything. That is looking okay to me. So that will sit like so. Should have rubbed my paper or my pencil marks off. Remember to do that. I'm actually keeping this on the outside so it's all nice and firm. And now we can put in our candle. And it just fits in there, no rattling about. It's all nice and secure. And then it has some Blackberry Bliss that I'm going to put on to hold this all in place. So give yourself a fair length so that you know it's going to be able to tie a bow. Fold it over, start at the top, fold it over to the bottom, tie a knot, just a single knot, bring it back up. This Blackberry Bliss is not available anymore, unfortunately, but there is nice white ribbon that you could colour blackberry, or you could just use white ribbon, nice and bright. So I'm flipping this underneath this just to give it a good grip, and that sort of keeps it all nice. That is my front, so I'm going to tie another wee knot in it and hope that I've left myself enough ribbon. And just make sure that is sitting exactly where you want it to sit. And then tie your bow. And then we can just cut these away. Not the right scissors, but hopefully it'll work. I'll go back and trim them in nice later. Too long, but we've left it so I can trim it with my ribbon scissors. So that is the box more or less finished, and you just want to do your wee bit of stamping there. So where's my card? I have a bit of scrap card here. So this set comes with lovely wee borders that you can use as decorative behind things. If you're not using it, you could just use it as a border. You could use it for putting the wee flowers into, whatever you want. There's lots to choose from there. I don't know when I'll use these, but it suits everybody. I have taken out what I do need, which is CHIR, and I'm using Blackberry Bliss. And you simply just ink up your wee block. We're going to do the four of them just. As I say, it's a 4-letter word. And if I don't fit it all in, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might put her full name in there and work it right around the box. I'm not sure. So you want to go in there and do your letters. So we'll start with C. Oops. That is right, isn't it? Upside down. What am I? Maybe C. Yeah, that is right. It's funny having the tail at the top. C H, short for Charlie, C-H-A-R, she's getting. And R. So now we'll want to punch those out. So you just slide it in and line it up to where you're happy with the design and punch. So I'm just going to trim this away so that I can get it right in. So that's the letters, and we're going to actually put a wee bit of dimensionals on the back. Just to raise them off the box. You could also put a wee gem or something if you wanted to. So it's whether or not I can fit these in. So I want it going across the front. So let's see. See, it's going to really be tight. I might have to overlap them a bit. Sure, I'm just about getting that in, aren't I? So I'm going to start with the H and put it in, hoping that this ribbon is in the center, and go to the center. See if I can get my C in now. It seems to be okay. Just about fit 4 across that wee 2-inch box. Or am I? Look a wee bit short at the end here, don't I? C-H-A-R. Just about making it. It'll do okay. She'll not mind. She'll be happy enough. You could decorate your box with a nice flower or something if you didn't have to. I need to put their names on it for this particular occasion. So all the things I'll be making will be have their names on it. So that is the 2 boxes, and I think it cutens up a wee simple gift. And these have to be wee simple gifts, not extravagant things. They're just a mark of the occasion. And it's great to be able to use those wee leftover bits to hold your candle nice and firm. So I hope you enjoy making that. If you give it a wee go, I'd love to see it. And I'll catch you all again soon. Thanks for watching now. Bye.